What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clinic. You know, talking some music, some rap, and small debate. Talking about if the '90s didn't have Biggie and Pac, would it still be considered by most people the golden age in rap? And I definitely think it would, even without Biggie and Pac, and that's a big statement. Because Biggie and Pac is looked at two of those pioneers of that maturation from, the 80s rap to real, to real hardcore thug rap to you had conscious rap, storytelling rap from Pac, and storytelling rap from Big, and gun toting, and all. It was great music from these two guys. But if you look at it, they was two great artists. But if you look at it, the same year Biggie dropped Ready to Die, Nas dropped Illmatic, and a lot of people consider that a top 5 rap album. If you look at it, Cube first one was America's Most Wanted. That was a classic rap album that helped pioneer that real West Coast sound. You look at it, Outkast dropped the album in '96. I mean, Wu-Tang, they dropped classic albums. It was a lot of great albums dropped in that period of time. The Chronic, Doggy Style. I mean, the level and the penmanship of rap was impeccable back then, man. Even without these two guys, that era in rap still would have been considered the golden era. You had so many artists. Today you have a handful of major artists that stand out lyrically and commercial wise. They have the whole package. And we talked about Lupe the other day, saying that he didn't think Kendrick was a top penman, had top penmanship, was good lyricist. And but that's only one part of the game. Lyrics, you can have all the bars in the world but not be able to make one good song. So it's really a gift. It's really a gift to have, be able to write, be able to have a sound, be able to create a whole song. It's a huge gift. It's a major gift to be able to write a song and make it a hit. To make the song what it is. Write a hook, write verses. It's different from just having bars. And a lot of them guys in the '90s. I mean, you go Mobb Deep, Lil' Kim was dope. I mean, you had Jay-Z who was ready to pop, and when he dropped Reasonable Doubt, that years later, that people realized how great that album truly was. You had so many people. You even had, Onyx. You had Naughty by Nature and Tretch, Redman. A lot of people sleep on Reggie Noble's, music, and Redman was the absolute truth. One of my favorites. And that's crazy. Saying that you could take two of the top rappers of all time out of an era, and the era in the '90s would still be considered the greatest of all time in rap. That's crazy, because if you take, I'm not including the Fabulouses, the Jay-Z's right now, whoever's still writing, Jadakiss, Talib Kweli, Common, if he still writes, whatever. Those guys, this is not their era, even though they still can drop an album. De La Soul, Tribe, they still could drop an album right now and still be hot to people like me. I'm talking about the writers and the rappers of this era. If you take Kendrick, J. Cole out of the equation, this era is worst off when you're talking about real penmanship and real lyrics and just overall craftsmanship of the rap game. It falls off the cliff. People saying this is one of the worst eras right now. If you take two of the best out right then, it's crazy, man. You go to the early 2000s where it was kind of like that trap music coming. You had the little. It was the turning force of coming to trap music early 2000s. You trade Gucci, Rick Ross, T.I., Jeezy. Even though Luda wasn't trap, you take those guys out, the early 2000s significantly drops. Its rating drops, and that's 4, 5, 6 MCs I name. Great MCs of their era. I'm not saying in the grand scheme of things, which is debatable. You take those out. In the '90s, you had DMX, and Jadakiss and them coming out towards the end. You know, little do anybody know, 2 Chainz was rapping at the end of the 90s. He just wasn't getting his play with Old Boy and Player Circle, Dollar Boy. So it was some dynamic artists in the 90s. And as great as R&B was in the 90s, even if you took Pac and Biggie out of that rap game, the rap game was great. You had Mace, you know. You had so many different characters. I mean, that rappers that can just, you know, take this rap game to the next level, the competition level. Well, I can never see it in my lifetime being the same that it was in the 90s. It was just great music all the way around. Great rap. And of course, you had great rappers all the way around. Of course, you're always going to have your whack rappers, your Vanilla Ices, your MC Hammers and stuff of that nature. It happens. You know, it happens. But to say that you can take 2 of, you know, a lot of people's top 5 rappers out of it, it's crazy. You know, you had Tribe. De La Soul was the 80s. A little bit of early 90s. You know, you had a lot of great rappers in that era that really imprinted the rap game, man. It made the 90s the golden age. And a lot of people today, a lot of kids today don't know what real rap is no more. You know, but, you know, they think this new stuff is rap, being the user and the abuser and not being a supplier. You know, they think this is the real rap and mumble jumble stuff, and they don't understand what real rap is. But I mean, we know the origin of it. So let me know what y'all think about this topic. We gone.